Never said that before, ever.
Today I'm joined with Demi Sims, a reality TV star who specialises in body positivity, speaking about all her experiences with vitiligo and her experience as a queer woman. Hi Demi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, great. Thanks for joining.
It's okay. Thanks for having me.
So we're going to go in with a really hard-hitting question to start with.
Yeah.
What does pride mean to you?
So pride to me is about like acceptance, safety, and like love and peace. And I just feel like some people have lost everything in their life due to trying to be who they are. So for them, this community is literally like safety and like support. That's the only way to describe it. I feel like it's just such a nice, peaceful community, and it just gives off good energy.
Do you feel like the community played like a big role in how you've accepted yourself in the community?
Oh, 100%. I was actually thinking on my way here, like when I was 16 is like when I started coming to terms with the fact that I like girls. And I was like dying to go to Pride. I was like, I need to go, because I was like Googling on like YouTube and stuff, like London Pride, and I was like watching the videos and stuff. And then
I used to do that too.
Did you?
Yeah, I feel like it's a queer experience.
It really is. Like you could pretend that you're there. And so I said to my friend at the age of 16, I was like, should we go to London today? And like, it was really hot. And we went up to London and it was Pride.
Wait, you didn't tell her?
No, and I was like, should we go in there? That looks fun. And she was like, yeah, sure. So we went in there, and I was actually talking to a girl at the time. It's the first girl I'd ever spoken to, and she lived in Bournemouth, and she told me that she was going to London Pride. So I like sneakily met up with her.
Wait, you found her?
Yeah.
No
We was
way.
like texting and stuff, and like we met up, and I just remember that feeling of like the baby closeted gay, like having her first experience at London Pride, and it just made me feel, it just gave me a whole new experience of a feeling that I'd never felt before. And then whenever I go Pride now, I'm like looking around thinking, I wonder if anyone's in the same position that I was in, you know, like sneaking to Pride when no one knows, and like having them same feelings I had. So yeah, I definitely think the community helped me, because going there and being able to just talk to a girl freely without feeling like anyone's watching me, it just really helps me. I've never said that before, ever. I always
think it's
forget
true.
to tell that story.
I think it's like so interesting when you actually look back at what it was like being queer so young and trying to navigate that space, and when you don't know like anything about yourself yet, to be surrounded by so many people who are already like experiencing what you're about to experience.
Yeah.
It's quite beautiful, because it's like they can hold your hand.
Yeah,
kind of
it
along the
is,
way.
yeah. Because like when I was at that Pride, I was looking around and I was thinking, this is going to be me one day. Like I will be as out as these people are. So
How does it feel though now that like you have this platform on social media, you're very openly queer? How do you feel now that you get to do exactly what you wanted to do?
I think it's crazy, like going from such a closeted space for like years to now being like one of the most open people, like the open girl on reality TV. Like I do think it's pretty crazy. And at first, because basically I had come out to like my family when I was like 19, but then I really came out when I first went on TV on Towie. I think I was like 20, 21, and I just first episode went on and said, oh, I date girls and boys, and that was like sort of like my big coming out thing. And like since then I had so many girls like in my DMs. I had girls hitting on me when I was going out, and I was a bit like, oh my god, what is going on?
You got eyes on you everywhere.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing, because where I'm so feminine, no one really guessed at the time, so I found it a little bit difficult like to talk to girls. So when I come out and they was all hitting on me, I thought it was great, and like I just like really enjoyed it.
How do you think that like, how do you think your queerness has changed since being like so open online?
I've definitely got a little bit more like tomboy, like started changing my dress sense a little bit and becoming a bit more like who I wanted to become. And some days I can like dress up in heels, like I did the other day. I went out and I had like a little skirt on and some heels, and then other days I'll be like a complete stem, like tomboy. So I think it has helped me become a bit more confident in who I am. And definitely like people around me have been so supportive, and I just appreciate everyone so much.
Now of course you touch on so many topics that are quite hard-hitting, quite heavy topics, but I feel like you do it in such a natural way.
Thank you.
How have you navigated that space?
At the same time of coming out, I actually developed a skin condition called vitiligo, and you can actually develop it through stress, which I think might have happened to me. So I think people always like intrigued to ask me about that as well, which at the time that was actually a really hard topic. Like when I first went on TV, like I didn't want to talk about it at all. I was very like shy about it. I'd always put makeup on, and I'd go like, even if I went to Ibiza, I'd put body makeup on, and I just didn't want anyone to know. I was like embarrassed about it. But I think being on TV and being out, it gave me confidence. And so then I started developing more confidence about things that I wasn't confident about before, and which is my skin. And yeah, so people do, I get a lot of messages about that. People always say to me like, my niece has got it, or my daughter's got it, or I've got it. Like, how do you cover it up, or how do you find the confidence to walk around and like be okay with it? So I do talk to a lot of people about that as well. But for me, it's more like the summertime when people can notice it. When I get a tan, those patches will stay white, like they don't tan. So then like when I'm on holiday, I'll be brown and I'll have like white patches all over my body. And in the winter time it doesn't really matter because you just cover up in like jumpers and stuff. But the first time I came out and done an Instagram post about it is because I just felt a little bit like suffocated, where I'd been to like Ibiza that year, and it's the first year I'd been on TV, and I had to put body makeup on, and people were like sort of like calling me out for patchy fake tan. And like, I get it, I do wear patchy fake tan sometimes, but like not to this extent. And so I had to like come out and actually just like be like, guys, like it's not fake tan, like it is actually vitiligo. So if you can all just be a little bit more polite about it, please.
So do you feel like in that situation, for you to be able to have those difficult conversations, it just meant that you had to kind of accept that part of yourself, so that then you could be like a pioneer in that space, you could kind of take the lead? Yeah,
I had to put myself in an uncomfortable position because I wasn't even like happy with the patches. I never had been happy with them. So by putting myself out there in an uncomfortable position, it actually made me learn to love them, which is a strange way to do it, but it really did. And now I wouldn't even get rid of them, you know. Like I've spoken to doctors and they've offered me UV treatment where you can have like this special sunbed like every week for, I think it's like a year. And I said no, I actually don't even want it. So
yeah, I mean, it's part of you, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do you feel like allyship has like really played a big part in like that acceptance for you, the people around you?
Yes, 100%. Like obviously the girl I was telling you about, the friend that I went to my first Pride with at 16, I actually did end up coming out to her when I was 16, and she was like the only person that knew for 3 years. Wow. And I appreciate her more than anything because she was my rock for them years that I had no one else. And I just really appreciate her. And when I came out to my friends at the age of 19, she was travelling, so she couldn't be there, and I remember she was like crying and she was so upset, and all my friends were so accepting as well, and my family, and that just, it made me just feel so wholesome and like so loved. And I thought, this is so silly that I've kept this in for so many years because they all love me for me.
What do you think makes a good ally for you? Like,
I just think someone that's always like, you know, I think as a friend who's obviously watching this, if someone around you who you think might be gay and isn't out yet, I think it's always important to like not push them, because I had like a couple of people around me that sort of could sense that I was a little bit like gay, and they was like kept sort of bringing it up a little bit, but it would put me under pressure. So I think definitely try not to push them into saying it, and just sort of just accept it and let them come out when they want to come out. And when they do come out, just be there for them. Maybe go to a few events with them and tell them, oh, it's absolutely okay, watch a gay film with them, I don't know, just like be there for them and support them, and that's all that really needs to be done. I feel like a lot of people are worried like to come out, and they think the worst, because that is how I felt. I felt like my family were going to disown me. Right. I thought my friends were never going to talk to me again. I thought I was going to be homeless. Like, I literally was thinking like the worst things in the world. Like I was just in, because you hear so many horror stories, and obviously as soon as I said it and everyone did accept me, it was like a weight off my chest, and I just thought, oh, I just wish I'd done it sooner, but everything happens for a reason, you know.
Yeah, and you also, I feel like when you're in that situation, you never expect it to go good, right?
Yeah.
You're always like risk assessing for what's the worst thing that can happen right now.
100%.
So House of Sims just dropped on Netflix in
Yes,
March, right? Congratulations.
Yes, thank you, so excited.
That's insane.
I know, I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was like, oh my god, crazy.
Yeah, like how does that even happen?
No, I don't even know. Honestly, I was actually shook. Like, I couldn't believe it. But like, obviously, that was always the goal.
Tell us about House of Sims. Like, what's the tea? Give us the rundown.
So our family moved to LA. We all packed up our suitcases, left our homes in Essex, and we thought, why not? Let's just give it a shot in LA. So we did. We all moved into like one big house over there. Obviously, there was like me, Frankie, who's like a year older than me, and we're basically like, we call ourselves Irish twins. Do you know what that means? It's like,
I don't.
Oh, an Irish twin is like when you're literally born like a year apart, so you're called Irish twins. And then Chloe, who's like the oldest one, I think she's like 42, 43. I think she was 42 at the time. So, and then Charlie, who's in his 30s with his fiance, who's also in her 30s. So it was a bit of a mixture of age groups as well. So obviously season 1 went fine. Season 2 didn't go as well because there was a bit of a big explosion and stuff. And I just think like when you are all living in a house and you're that many different age groups and stuff, there is always going to be like things that like you're not going to agree on. So obviously that happened, and season 3 will be filming soon, I think at the end of the year. So
are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm excited. So obviously when I was like, oh, I'd like to do a bit more of like dating girls on the show, she was like, let's do it, let's go. So that was really handy.
And do you feel like your audience in season 2, when they got to see you date a little bit more, were able to kind of like relate to that a lot?
Yeah, 100%. I had like a lot of messages and DMs like, oh, I've watched your show, like I haven't come out yet, what tips would you give me? And like, or I get a lot of people actually message me saying that they're married but they're actually having feelings for girls, and they ask me advice, and I'm like, oh no, I don't know, because I've never been in that position before. But yeah, I get all different ranges of messages from people who just want advice, and they're just a bit stuck and they don't know what to do and they don't know who to turn to.
Yeah. Is there any advice then that you would give to anyone watching right now?
So I actually did see not long ago someone was saying that an average age of life is like 86 years, and they were saying when you think about it, that's like 86 springs, 86 summers, 86 winters, 86 autumns. I think I've said that the wrong way around, but you get what I'm saying.
Exactly what you mean.
And when you think about it, 86 really isn't a lot. Like 86 summers isn't a lot, and like I'm 27 now, so you know, and
counting down every single summer.
Exactly. And
right, Demi, song of the summer, what are we talking about?
right, so I love Inner Smile by Texas. Do you know what that is?
No.
Oh my god, it's such a nice song. It's like an old song, you'd really love it, but it's basically about like this woman, and she's singing about someone who's touching her inner smile, and in it she's saying like, just like move to me and like make me feel free. So I don't know if it's about like anything gay or anything like that, but I do feel like it fits in with the Pride movement.
Did that resonate with you when you first like heard that song then?
Yeah, I do think it did, and because it's got such a catchy tune as well, it's just like a really upbeat song, and I just think it's nice for Pride. They need to sing it more often.
Yeah. Have you got any hot girl summer plans?
So I want to obviously go to London Pride this year, that's a must. And then I really wanted to go to LA Pride as well.
When is that?
That's on the 13th. No, sorry, that's on the 7th of June. But I'm lacking in gay friends, so I've not really got anyone to go with. I know.
I mean, I don't need an excuse to go to LA.
I mean, come on then.
Yeah, because that kind of sounds fun.
Yeah, oh my god, it would be so fun. I think because like over there the community is so much bigger than over here, so I can just imagine it to be really like wild and like extra. So I just think it'd be amazing.
Listen, WeHo is like the place to be. If you
It is.
The karaoke. Did you see the karaoke?
Oh my god, I didn't see the karaoke.
Everyone in WeHo is like down to karaoke.
Yeah.
Like they know how to party.
Yeah, they do.
It's a good laugh.
Everyone's good looking there as well.
Everyone.
And they can dress well. It's
they can
like
all
amazing. Yeah, I might just move there. Way home. Everyone's got something about them that makes them different, and I've got my skin and my sexuality, and that's okay, and I like it.
Good,
Yeah.
as you should. Your differences make you who you are.
Exactly.